there, May Flom here, and if you couldn't tell from this big old brace I've got on my arm, and not allowed to use my right arm either, scrapbooking has been a real challenge in recent months for me. I stopped altogether for a little while, but here's the thing. I've been looking through my albums more than ever, and I don't want to fall so far behind that this year becomes not scrapbooked at all. I don't want to forget little stories. So I have a couple of tips, tricks, and also some favorite layouts of mine that I want to show you here in this video today. You don't have to be a pocket page style scrapbooker in order to use the cards. So these are some 3x4 cards, which would fit if I decide to go the pocket page route. If I don't, I also have options. So I've got some double-sided tape on this one. I could grab some little embellishments here. These are embellishments from my 28 Lilac Lane line. So I could grab some sequins and some beads and little things and just create a fun little strip across the bottom. In other words, customizing my little paper here. And when I'm all the way done, what I'll do is just take a little liquid adhesive and dab it over the top to seal everything in. But I want to keep this video rolling, so let's try idea number 2, which would be washi tape, or here I've got a roll-on pen. So I could decorate with that, which I think is so much fun. And I could decorate with more than one thing or just leave it as is. So I can totally customize these up on my own. And in like 2 minutes here, guys, we can totally make something that's ready to go. And that's an embellishment that's a part of our story that's ready for our scrapbook page. We could also take stamps here. I've got some Hawaii stamps that I was thinking about playing with. We could also take stickers. We could take wood veneer bits, anything you want. I'm going to do this one right here and put this on this third card, and then I'll just trim that off in a bit. So there's 3 different ways. Now, if you've got your story, guys, get the story written on there. Take yourself a minute or 2, write the story onto the card. If you don't have your photos printed out yet, well, if you do have your photos printed out and you just haven't scrapbooked yet, pull out whatever your storage system is, pull out the photos that it goes with, put the card with the photos. Then when you're ready to scrapbook, you're all organized and set to go. Otherwise, if you haven't printed the photos yet, make a note as to what photos or what event the journaling goes with, and just pop the sticky note on the back and keep these in a little file folder together for future. What this does for me is my journaling's done, a little bit of embellishment is done. It's just a minute or 2, but also, guys, so quick and easy. But also, it's helping me be organized so that when I do have a little more time to sit down and scrapbook a whole page, I've got journaling set, I've got ideas ready, I've got cards that are decorative and ready to be a part of my layouts. Another way to use a small bit of time is to go through your photos, either digitally or if you tend to print your photos out, pull them out, look through those photos and see what you've got, organize it. Make sure that if you've got photos that, let's say, haven't been scrapbooked, that they're separate from the ones that have. I can't tell you, in the past, there have been times where I've re-scrapbooked something. If I want to separate photos within my little storage here, by the subject, I will tuck a random 4x6 pocket page between them. And just a tip, I only do this on my active little file folder. In other words, I would only do this on, these are photos and stories I know I want to tell and I want to scrapbook as soon as possible. This does a couple of things for me, honestly. When I'm ready, when I've got the time, pull this out and scrapbook it. My other tip for you is, I know I keep saying when I've got the time, for me it's really when I have my use of this hand back and I can do anything. As you can see, that's it. You can't see, but I have to twist my entire arm to turn my hand, and I'm not supposed to, so I'm not. Anyhow though, I know normal schedules though, when do you have the time? Well, here it is, guys. You have to make the time. And one of the things you can do is break it down into batches. Here's a couple suggestions. guys, I'll tell you, I always love looking at the pages that I have made. When I go through my pages, whether they are filled with ephemera and fun details, or here's a real old one, if they are much more classic, you know, here's a 2-pager, as you can see, filled with photos, just a little bit of embellishing. Whatever the style, it's the photos, it's the memories, it's the stories that I am remembering. And really, guys, that is what is most important to me as I create my pages. There are moments in time that I want captured. There are happy memories, there are silly stories. My scrapbooks, for me, it's all about remembering things that are happening right now. So whatever I can do to capture those better, whatever I can do to have more fun and make it work for me, whether that means breaking things down, for example, sorting and organizing photos, pre-writing journaling, maybe sketching designs, perhaps just letting a page get started, maybe picking papers, doing things in smaller bits of time, utilizing whatever it is that I've got. That's how I like to work. And I hope today that I have inspired you, if not to create a whole page, maybe just carve out a few minutes and do a little something. I wish you a very happy National Scrapbook Day and very happy crafting. I'll see you next time.